So what's going on, guys? My name is MrDalekJD. Thank you for joining me, where today I'm going to be taking a look at a brand new cipher code found within Shadows of Evil. We've had it for a long time, but we've never actually solved it until now as a community, and this is a huge advancement in the zombie storyline, which I think you guys are going to be extremely excited about. So let me know what you think about this down below in the comment section. Make sure to rate the video by giving it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new around here. Now, this cipher actually exists within the boxing gym. You want to go up towards the top of the stairs and there'll be a bunch of boxing picture frames, and one of them actually is a picture of Peter Livingstone, who is the tech lead of zombies at Treyarch, and if you shoot down the picture of him, it actually reveals a hidden cipher text behind it. Now, this has taken quite a while to crack, but I want to thank certain Personio for being the first person to actually decode this. This is a very, very exciting text, and we're going to go ahead and look at what it actually means. And also a small thank you to Mr. Waffles for getting this and kind of putting it out there to a wider audience. I wouldn't have seen it without him, so thank you to him. So looking at this cipher text, it actually states, although they have discovered the way, premise will fail. Now, this probably makes zero sense to you reading this, and I'm going to go and break this down, and it will make a lot more sense. So, looking at this little cipher text here, the word that stands out is premise, and you guys who may not realize this actually relates back to Origins in Black Ops 2 Zombies. Around the map, there is a bunch of hidden little scraps of paper that when you put together, create this image on screen, which looks like our 4 original characters wearing what looks like awesome epic robes, which we can see on Origins, as well as the gatekeepers wearing on Shadows of Evil, wielding elemental swords, and right at the bottom there, it says premise. Now, premise actually translates to first in Latin, which we can assume this image is the very first time we see our characters in history and time itself, or it could be the very first incarnation of our 4 characters. Now, looking at Black Ops 3 Zombies and how our characters can jump through time and space through different dimensions, this could be the very first time we actually see our characters, and it could be the very first kind of stepping stones for what they are trying to do in trying to fix the universe and all the dimensions, which is the path that they're trying to do in the Giant. Now, this image at first in Origins, to me, symbolizes the fact that the original characters are seen as gods, like they're on top of like this hill where everyone is like reaching out to try and get to them, and the fact they're on a raised platform and they're like reaching out looks like they're looking down at them as if they are gods. But this isn't the case, because in the ciphertext it says, although they've discovered the way, premise will fail. Now, there's one theory that I have, that in order for them to fix time and all the events that have happened, they have to have gone so far back into the past that it actually begins here, where they have to, what looks like fight, and it almost could seem like a scene from the Crusades, because it looks like they've just saved a ton of people and they are all worshipping them for what they've done. But, as the ciphertext says, premise will fail, as in the first will fail. So this could be some sort of plan which the original characters have hatched long ago, which they're now going through the events from that point into the Giant and onwards to try and fix time. But someone is saying that no matter what they do, even from the events far back in time like then, it won't work. Now, a huge question is who exactly has written this ciphertext and who wants premise to fail. If we look at our characters in the Giant, they all want to try and succeed in fixing the events of history and changing things in order for stuff to not happen, which did happen in Black Ops 1 and 2. But if we think about things, there's actually a sort of 2 sides to this. We have one side, which is Richtofen, who has a very sure fire plan on how to fix events, which seems to be collecting items from different dimensions. We know this because in Shadows of Evil, he goes in and takes the summoning key, which can summon items from any dimension. And at the end of the Giant flytrap, they set off a beacon so Maxis can find exactly when and where they are. Now, when I mentioned earlier about 2 sides, we have Richtofen, of course, but then we have the other characters who seem to have other ideas. They are all very suspicious of what Richtofen is actually planning, and it sounds like they do not want to go ahead with what Richtofen wants to do. In particular, Nikolai absolutely despises Richtofen and says that he's not going to fight shoulder to shoulder forever with him, he's only with him because of the current situation. He says his words are empty and his soul is hollow. How on earth could he ever think of putting things right? Also interesting as well is the 3 other characters don't actually know who Maxis is. So Richtofen has proposed this idea where they're going to be saved by Dr. Maxis, but the other characters don't even know who is saving them. Now, I'm in no way stating that whoever wrote this is one of the other 3 characters, because they would have no way of knowing that going back all that far in time would actually not work. But I have no real idea who could actually be writing this, and I think as we go on in the zombie storyline with the Black Ops 3 Zombies DLC maps, we might start to get a better understanding of who actually wrote this and why exactly premise will fail, meaning the original 4 characters are going to fail in their plan. Perhaps in the future in some way, something's going to happen which they were not expecting, something which they won't be able to change, and that might be explaining why it says they've discovered the way, but they're going to fail. This ciphertext is definitely one of the most exciting ciphertexts throughout any of the maps on Black Ops Zombies, let alone Black Ops 3 Zombies, because it's stating that no matter what our original 4 characters do, they're going to fail in their mission, which is going to be very, very interesting to see what the consequences of failing their mission will be. Like I said at the start of the video, let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comment section. Let's get a huge discussion, but I also want to say thank you to Treyarch, because they have put a load of Easter eggs within Shadows of Evil. Like, I will admit the main Easter egg quest seemed a little lacking, but the amount of little tiny Easter eggs here and there is incredibly refreshing, and I don't even think we've found all of them yet. This map is just always providing something brand new for us, which is absolutely amazing. There are a ton of other ciphertexts around the map, and I will make a video compiling all of them for you guys very, very soon, so look out for that, as well as some other ones on the Giant as well, some that still haven't been cracked on both these maps. I'll be bringing you guys updates on that. Now, there's actually another picture frame in the boxing gym that you can shoot down, which requires a packer-punched Cuda, which will actually fall down a frame which is around about 2 or 3 to the right of the original Peter Livingstone one. Doesn't seem to do anything yet, but I will keep you guys updated on that if there is anything Easter egg related to that, and of course any other Easter eggs that we may find while playing Shadows, as there seems to be a ton. But thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on another one very, very soon.